Welcome to Speak Arizona, the ultimate podcast for professionals looking to elevate their speaking skills in the workplace, meetings, and beyond. Whether you're aiming to captivate an audience, lead a successful meeting, or enhance your professional presence, this podcast is your go-to resource for actionable tips, expert insights, and inspiring stories. Join us as we delve into the art of effective communication. Speak Arizona is powered by District 3 Toastmasters. Subscribe now and take the first step towards becoming the speaker you've always wanted to be.
Welcome to Speak Arizona, a podcast dedicated to empowering you to find your own unique voice. Today, I will be hosting this podcast by myself. My name is Serban, and I would like to share with you 3 powerful tools that have the potential to instantly boost your presence and, most importantly, boost your connection. Oftentimes, we believe that in order for a speaker to connect with their audience, they have to be charismatic. That's just the way they are. That they're born with that ability. But it's not true. It's about being capable of building that connection. Have you ever found yourself being in a meeting or a presentation, and while you're talking, people are grazing their eyes over, they're struggling to hold attention, they're yawning? Yeah. This is the challenge that we have with today's technology, where attention span is so short. So in order for us to really amplify how we're capable of bringing the audience in and capturing their attention by connecting with them, you can leverage 3 major tools that I will share with you today. And if you stay at the end, I'll even throw in a little extra. Now, I want to preface, before we get going, that communicators aren't born. A lot of people think that, they're either born with the skill of communication or they're not. But I can tell you that I've seen it firsthand. People that struggled walking into a meeting, but pushed themselves to build the skill of communication, that they've learned these habits. They learned how to become better at making connection with their audience, learning how to improvise and work on their communication skills in such a way that it captures a person's attention. And today, I want to share with you 3 of those techniques. And like I said, at the end, I'll put a little extra on top of all these 3 techniques. So let's get started. Number one is very simple, but very powerful. And this is something that you can implement right away, which is adding the power of the pause. The power of the pause. What do I mean by that? I have something important to share, and it could change your life. Or I have something to share with you, and it could change your life. There's a subtle difference between the 2 sentences, yet there's a powerful difference between the first one and the second one, where you are connecting with the audience because you had that pause, and now the audience is thinking, did he forget his words? Oh, this is something important. Let's pay attention. Whenever you use pause in your presentation, in your communication, you will help with audience's retention. They will lean in and they will connect with you. Use the power. Second, eye contact mastery. Whenever you're speaking to someone, oftentimes we find ourselves scanning the room, looking above the heads of the audience, not really making connection and moving very fast when we're talking, moving our eye gaze very often. In order for us to connect properly with the audience, to have them feel like we are there with them and pull them in, is you want to hold eye contact with one person for 3 to 5 seconds, make a point, and once you're done with a point, move to the next person. Talk to that person. Try to exemplify something. Have a sentence. Make a point, and then move your gaze. The moment you're able to pick 1, 2, 3 people in the audience and you're making intentional eye contact for 3 to 5 seconds, then you will see that people will feel like you are talking to them and they will connect with everything that you have to say. Next, number 3, and this is one of my struggles, is vocal variety. I tend to speak quite monotone. I wonder if you've ever been into one of those presentations and the presenter is just flatline, the same kind of voice, where it's absolutely boring. In your next presentation, if you're looking to amplify it, learn to speak a little bit softer. In those instances, your audience will lean in. But you can also raise your voice to make a point. And when you're emphasizing on that point with volume, then your audience will be startled. Like, what happened? I need to pay attention to this. You will establish that connection by varying your voice level. Slow down also. If you have an important idea that you want to make, try to be deliberate in what you have to say. These are the 3 techniques that take your presentation from a boring flatline one to an absolute connector. Use it in your next presentation and you will see there's a big difference. Now, I did tease that we're going to have something extra at the end to sprinkle on top of all of these, and that is break the rhythm. Break the rhythm. What does that mean? Speak in different patterns. Look to utilize all of these 3 tools in different ways. At times, you may think, do you want to pause? You may want to use your voice a little bit higher. You may want to fast track your voice. Varying your speech, varying the way you talk, the way you pause, the way you use your volume. This will keep your audience more engaged. They will lean in to listen to you, and you will see that they're going to walk away more inspired by your communication skills. These are the 3 tools that have helped me tremendously in my own communication skills, and I know they have the power to affect you and your communication skill. Now, I leave you with this. For your next topic or next presentation, the next time you communicate, use the power of pause and see if that makes a difference. Thank you for tuning in. And until next time, I encourage you to speak Arizona.